it fucking makes sense because I do call the shots around this piece.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa!
Quit lying to the people.
I'm not
Quit lying to the people.
Hey,
liar, liar, pants on fire.
What do pussies and cigarettes have in common?
What?
They both taste different when you get to the butt. Welcome everybody to episode 18, and we're back up in this piece. What's really good, Side Friend Chronicles, baby?
Did you get that on a popsicle stick?
Don't even worry about where I get the jokes I spew.
Because I want to know where these popsicles are.
No,
I'm about to go buy some.
Hey,
liquor store popsicles.
No. I didn't get it from the popsicle. I got it from. Hey, you know what? The popsicles used to have some good jokes.
They used to have some pretty lit jokes. Like, they were funny. I wonder if I could find any on the internet. Popsicle stick jokes.
They had good animal jokes. Always.
Did they?
I always appreciated them. Yeah. They always had good animal jokes. You looking up jokes right now?
I might.
He's looking up jokes, everybody. What's going on with you? I hope you all have been having a very, very productive week. I know it's just Tuesday, but check it out. We're going to get into some hot topics today because we've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff on the internet. We've been seeing cougars chasing guys through the mountaintops.
Oh my God, terrifying.
Trump
terrifying.
Doesn't have the rona no more after 3 days.
Miraculous.
Cristiano
Ronaldo, my man's has the
ultimate
rona.
Athlete has the rona. And we got to talk about it because, you know.
Want to know what my brother said when I told him that?
What'd he say?
He said, that's what happens when you can't stay away from hookers.
Ooh. Give him a drum roll.
Because he apparently tested positive upon coming back from playing France, right? None of those team members or staff members have tested positive for COVID. So where'd you get it? Cristiano Ronaldo?
Kissing them hookers, huh?
I want to know. And if you're not faithful to your girl, Georgina Rodriguez, who's incredibly beautiful.
Hold on. Time out. Hey, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He could hook up with who he wants to.
That's what I'm saying. That means I have a chance.
You definitely have a chance. Just put a price on it.
I mean, for free.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll probably pay it. The guys, you know, he's getting
he would, but I'd do it for free.
You do it for free?
Absolutely. For the experience. Bragging rights.
For bragging rights? See, that's the problem with you girls. You brag too much. Stop bragging so much. Stop telling who you
I would brag about that 1,000%. I'd be like, I hate that shit. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't tell anybody except for my cousin, probably.
Nah, man. See, that just
and
looks
you,
thirsty.
I'd tell you.
Look, the guy.
I would tell you. For him? Hell yeah, a bitch is parched.
You laugh at groupies, okay? Don't be
parched.
A groupie, all right?
A bitch is parched.
Are you parched? You want one of those hot celebs? You want a hot celeb?
For him, not just any of them. Him.
All right. Hold on.
Forever.
All right. Fuck one, kill one, marry one. We haven't done this in a long time.
Oh, God.
Cristiano Ronaldo with Rona.
With Rona.
With Rona. All right.
Ooh.
All right, Rona.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We got Channing Tatum. With chlamydia.
Ooh.
And we got. I'm trying to think of another noteworthy, easy on the eyes fella. Pause, everybody. All right. I'm completely heterosexual. I don't even know who Jay. Oh, wait. No, he's Aquaman, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Jason Momoa. Fuck one, kill one, marry one.
And Jason Momoa doesn't have any disease?
Oh, excuse me. He's got gonorrhea.
Oh, God. This is a toughie. Okay, honestly, though. Gonorrhea and chlamydia can be cured, right?
I sure hope so.
I don't know. I've never had those, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, me neither. Like. I mean,
pretty sure those are cured with pills, right? But the Rona could kill me. Now, would it be worth it?
What? Keep in mind, though, all right, so these guys, let's pretend they knowingly have these STDs, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they can be cured or not, when you openly sleep with them, you're always going to have the stigma of being somebody who slept with another person with STDs. Just like all the women who slept with Usher, you know, they always bring up, oh, he has herpes, right? And he's probably cured from herpes in some kind of way to where he doesn't pass it off. All right, there's no cure for herpes. I understand it, but I mean, in some kind of way to where he doesn't pass it off.
You can actually pass it on without an outbreak and a condom on.
Time out, because they now got a medication. I don't know what it's called for HIV. And
yeah, it's an antiviral that helps reduce your ability to.
And you could sleep with somebody and not pass it on. That's like the main selling point of this medication. That's wild, man. We live in 2020.
That is wild.
There's a medication for HIV where you won't pass it on. So
that's wild.
Maybe we should bring up the top cities in the U.S. with the top percentage rates of HIV.
Yeah. Don't fuck anybody in Atlanta.
Definitely not. So
that's the HIV capital of the U.S. So.
It is definitely the HIV capital of the U.S. Thank you for giving it to them early. I was gonna go down the list before we got to that.
Hey, dang. Well, what are the other 10? We gotta top 10.
We gotta give them some anticipation. Who's the number one STD or HIV city? So number one. So let's build the anticipation for number two. Then how about? All right. So look, number 10 on the list, and we're gonna go down, is Alabama. They have 12.5% out of every 100,000 people. Okay.
Wait,
number 9.
Every 100 people?
100,000 people.
Oh, I was like, holy fuck! 12 in 100 people have HIV. That's insane.
But yeah, that would be the rate, though, right? Yeah. 12 in every 100 people, 12 and a half.
Every 100,000.
12.5% of every 100,000 is 12,500. So every 1,000
is one. Really?
Yeah. So 12 out of every 100 people have HIV in Alabama. That's the numbers.
That's reals?
The numbers. Yeah. We're doing 12.5%. So 12.5% of 100 is 12 and a half people. Right? And that's in Alabama. Number 9, this one's surprising to me, being that this is one of the most popular cities in the world. New York is number 9, and they have 12.6% out of every 100. And that's crazy to me, because you would think New York, being one of the international hubs where people from Europe,
be way higher. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would think.
That's so gnarly.
Number 8. You got South Carolina, 14.1%. Now, that one kind of throws me off a little bit, because you would think that, I know it's East Coast, but still it's kind of a Southern culture, I believe, in South Carolina. Am I correct? Have you ever been to South Carolina?
I've never been to South Carolina. I have zero desire, especially now hearing that.
Right. Well, anyways, they're number 8. Number 7, Texas, 15.3%. 6, we got Mississippi.
Woo.
All right. 5, Maryland. 4, now this one is what shocks me. 4,
Vegas, Nevada. For sure.
Well, Vegas makes up for more than half of the population in Nevada. So actually, I believe it makes up for like 90% of the population, because you really only got 2 cities out here. You got Las Vegas, and then you got Reno, right? And then you got a bunch of scattered podunk towns through Nevada, which I probably wouldn't mind living in, so I can get away from everybody and get off the grid like we always talk about. But I think I'm going to go to Utah for that one. But you would think it'd be number 1 with all the tourists coming through here, having raw dog, pootie tang.
The place where Charlie Sheen goes to.
Oh yeah, the one we talked about last week, the Mustang Ranch. I mean the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
So number 3, we got Louisiana, and number 2, everybody, since you already know number 1, number 2, Florida, 21.
Big shocker, Florida.
Big shocker. This is
Florida.
From all the people going to Miami.
So y'all are up there for the Rona now. You got the hive down there. Y'all are not wearing masks. Y'all are supporting Trump.
What's
guys
going
are
on,
wild.
Florida?
Y'all are wild in Florida.
Damn. So
It's
to
too
all
much for
my
me.
fellas out there, the next time, and ladies too, the next time you go to Miami Beach for one of those fun and wild Miami Beach weekends, Labor Day weekend,
Don't
just
do
know
it.
this. Out of every 100 of those possible sexual encounters,
What is it, like 63 of them have?
no,
What was?
no,
Yeah,
it's,
huh? Out of every 100,000, out of every
I forgot
100,000,
the percent. So no, it's
down
20, it's
in
21,
Florida,
21 people. So every 21 out of every
21 out of
100
100
people.
people.
So that means, yeah, so 21 out
That's
of
a
every 100.
lot.
So that means out of every 10 people, 2 of those people are going to have HIV.
I think that I'm gonna go fuck around and get me into a monogamous relationship now.
Monogamy? What's monogamy?
Monogamy.
You
That's gonna
know,
be for me.
no, you're going to be in a polygamous relationship. That's my
I'm
guess.
gonna be in a relationship with myself
I'm
probably for the rest of
Nostradamus,
my
baby.
life.
I'm Nostradamus, and I'm
Oh,
just
yeah?
gonna. I see the future, and I see your future with.
Alone?
Well, I didn't want to like make it all depressing and everything. Yeah, that's the truth. But I was gonna actually give you, a couple spouses to fuck around with. I was gonna give you
Oh, you know what's ideal? Have you seen that movie Savages with
no,
Blake Lively?
no,
Woo, that's ideal.
no,
That's ideal for me.
no,
I can get
no.
down with that kind of a life.
Sorry.
But really, have you?
No, really, I haven't. No.
Oh, really? You should, because you're gonna see that movie and you'll be like, "Yep, that's what Stella needs and wants."
So what is it called again?
Crazy.
Savages?
Savages.
You think you a savage like Meg Thee Stallion?
I will never say.
Don't get.
I will never
shot in the foot,
confirm.
though. Don't get shot in the foot though, messing with the wrong one.
No little short thing is gonna shoot me in the damn feet. Let me tell you that much.
Oh, there you go, getting on the short guys again. So what he's saying, the short guys don't gotta give the short guys a chance.
Funny. It's just funny to me.
Hey, remember that TikTok you sent me the other day?
Dude, that shit was hilarious.
What did she say again? She said her
play
boyfriend. Yeah, play it. Pull it
I
up.
can play it.
She's gonna pull it up, everybody. We're gonna give you a prime example of a chick who height discriminates. Okay, and
I
we want to know what you all think. We want to know what you all think in the comments and tell us: is this chick wrong for doing this? Because
she's not wrong.
She's wrong because it's not like the guy was that short. But I mean, I guess you shouldn't be lying about your height, because when you get out there and you're not that tall, you're gonna get busted out, right?
Sometimes I think. Hold on, ready?
Yeah.
Guys, ready for this?
Yeah,
okay.
We're ready.
The main reason that my ex broke up with me is that one time he came over and he was standing up and I was standing up and I was like, "How tall are you again?" And he was like 6'1" almost, and I was like, "No, you're not." And he was like, "Yeah, I am." And I was like, "No, you're not." And I pulled out the toolbox and I got the tape measure. And he started freaking out. And I was like, "Sir, just if you're 6'1", I really don't care. I've never cared about anyone's height. But like, to lie to me, I was like, not even 5'11".
Ooh.
He had it. He just had it with me. Don't fucking lie about your height to me. I will find out with the tape.
Why is she saying it like he cheated on her or something?
Oh,
He's
God.
like, don't lie about my height.
Sorry.
I will find out.
Don't lie. Because, dude, I've literally had men who are like slightly shorter than me or my height try to tell me that they are 5'8". Sir, excuse you. If a tape measure measures me at 65 inches tall, which makes me 5'5", You certainly are not 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
Don't lie. What do men have different tape measures than women? Like, what are you guys doing? You guys have a different yardstick to measure yourself by? Like, what the fuck? And if that's true, then y'all are measuring your dick probably with the same thing, and that shit's a lie too.
Damn.
So I'm just saying, cut the shit. I don't say that I have double D's when really I definitely do not. So
say it with your chest, Stella. Damn.
I would, but I ain't got one.
Say it with your
Just
chest,
saying.
girl.
You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean. I mean, you got to keep it real.
Don't
At the
lie
end of
about
the
your
day.
height. What else are you
shouldn't-
lying about? Come on now.
Yeah, that's true. You're lying about little things. Then what are the big things you're going to lie about? I mean, I kind of feel that girl, though. So shout out to her. And also shout out to the blue hair. She had blue hair, right?
Yeah.
It is fucking hot when chicks have
It was
colored
cute.
hairs.
It was super cute.
It might have
on
been
her.
just her. But no, it wasn't just her. Is it the anime thing? Are people really
Maybe.
getting dyed hair
Maybe.
now because of
Maybe.
anime? Because if that's so, I'm all about anime too. I'm about to go
Well,
become Goku. I'm about to
I
go
think
get my Goku wig, and that's what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
you and wigs. You got a wig thing.
I do got a wig thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get another one. I
You
might have to
should.
do the kiss. I might have to be kissed.
We would love it.
I got the tongue.
Oh, by the way, I'm marrying Jason Momoa. I'm
Oh, that's
probably
right.
gonna kill Cristiano and
Damn.
fuck Channing Tatum.
Hey, hopefully he makes it through this Rona shit though.
Well, I'm sure he will. Like,
He's an
if there's
ultimate athlete,
anybody,
yeah.
like, come on, if Trump beat it,
If Trump beat it, though.
supposedly, miraculously, Cristiano
Right.
Ronaldo is not even gonna.
How
it's
did
not
Trump,
even face him.
a 74-year-old man, beat the Rona though?
I want to see the difference. So, like, between a fucking world top athlete
Uh-huh.
and like an overweight, unhealthy ass old man, like who fucking literally eats McDonald's. I bet you Cristiano Ronaldo does not eat that shit.
Hey, I got a question for you. Is it possible for Kamala, let me say Kamala, is it possible for Kamala to become the president by winning some kind of popular vote? Is that a possibility? If people like pencil her name
she's
in?
the vice president elect.
Right.
So if Biden wins and then something happens to him, that's how she becomes president.
I'm only asking this for selfish reasons because on this betting website that I know of, the odds are 90-1 for her to win the popular vote. I'm like, damn. So if I put $10 down, that wins $900.
Well,
See, this is the part where we insert like some kind of a betting website sponsor, and everybody.
where you guys at?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You see, man, we just brought it in perfectly. Hey, no, but is it possible though? Because why would the odds be available if it's not possible? It's highly unlikely. They would have to pencil her in, right?
I think that they're just really just trying to get people's money because that's not possible. Pretty sure.
Shamming. But if it did happen, they're gonna pay out a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. So they're betting
it's
on
either
it.
it's either Trump or, well, I guess
Trump or Biden.
right, unless for some reason Biden, drops out, right? Then
I mean, he's not going to drop out.
But let's say something happens, and he's like,
Well, then the DNC would have to nominate somebody else. It'd probably be like Bernie or something.
like Bernie.
Yeah, because he was running for president, or Elizabeth Warren or somebody.
Well, why would they not just take one of the
Well,
vice
Bernie
presidents?
was the second. Like it was between Biden and Bernie to get the Democratic nomination.
Right.
So I'm thinking if something happened to Biden, then it would probably go to Bernie.
Hey, that fly situation was so funny, man.
Oh my God, all the memes of the flies.
Right. Did you
it's
see
so funny.
SNL, Saturday Night Live, what they
No,
did
I
with
didn't
Jim
watch
Carrey?
it.
All right, let me just explain to all of you what they did, since like we can't watch it right now all together and everything. So they did a like a skit, like they try to reenact the debate with Kamala and with Pence, right?
Mhm.
And that alone was pretty funny. But there was a certain moment where they showed Biden watching the debate, and Biden was being played by Jim Carrey, and that alone was pretty funny, right? But Biden, played by Jim Carrey, he said, "Oh, I got to do something right now. This debate is going terrible for Kamala. This is what I got to do. I'm going to teleport over there, and I'm going to save this debate right now." And so he goes in the teleportation machine, right? And then as he's teleporting, there's a fly in the teleportation machine, right? And he turns into a fly and teleports into the debate. And then he lands on top of his head, right? And so during the debate and with the fly on top of the, what's his name, Pence's head, they zoom in on the fly and it's Jim Carrey as Biden. And he's, saying funny things as the fly. It's just super funny. If you haven't seen the SNL reenactment of that debate, I highly recommend go on YouTube after watching this, of course.
On YouTube as well, yes.
Because I hope that you're still watching this on YouTube right now, because we want you all to be giving us that engagement, okay? Don't be forgetting to press the like button as well. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, hopefully you're on Anchor, because guess what? You can become a member of our podcast and do a monthly contribution to help sustain future podcasts and future episodes, and even beyond the podcast or something
Possibly.
like that. Possibly. Or that can also bring Stella back home to the Side Frame Chronicles studio in Las Vegas so that we can do some live shows, baby. Yeah, we need to fund that, though.
Let's get a bitch some gas money.
Damn. Anyways, though, where was I? Oh, yeah. Make sure you watch
Fly on the
that
wall.
debate, because that shit was pretty funny. Speaking of a fly on the wall, I tell you what's a fly on the wall for me right now.
What?
Yo ass. I'm trying to look up the topics right now that I sent you.
Oh, you sent me like a list of them earlier, and they were fucking.
Not good. Not good topics.
They were terrible. They were awful. I was like, what?
I already spoke about all the topics. What's going on here?
I know, you already did. You already got it.
You see how I be covering the bases,
what?
though? What?
We didn't talk about the lion, the cougar video.
Man, dude, that was crazy.
Okay, so I used to live in Eugene, Oregon, and in Eugene, it's surrounded by, mountains and hills and stuff, pine trees, big, whatever. There's cougars that live out there. I mean, they're down here in Southern California too, but up there, there's always like signs that say cougar sighting, and then people's pets would disappear, because they leave them out and shit. The turkeys would fly and sleep in the big old pine trees because they're not trying to get eaten,
Right.
I never, ever one time hiked by my damn self because of that. Ever.
Yeah, man.
Ever. And then when I take my kids hiking, I always made sure they were in front of me and I could see them, and I'm constantly looking around, because cougars actually can pounce 40 feet, like
So
without running. They're the second.
Cougar, did you watch that video?
Yeah, they're the second furthest jumping cat out of all the cats. Like there's the cheetah, then the cougar.
So that cat was actually being nice to him.
That cat was just trying to get that man the fuck away from her cubs. Because apparently before, he saw her cubs, and that's when she came out, and she was like, rare,
Yeah.
How
funny.
I would have shit my pants for sure.
That's why I don't even go hiking, because of situations like that. And if I do go hiking,
people.
I'm gonna have a gun with me.
If I'm hiking, it's gonna not be by my damn self. And
but even if you're not by yourself, if you don't got some kind of weapon, and then you have a wild cougar come after you, I mean, in most situations, most people probably would get attacked by that cougar.
Yeah, well,
so that guy was
he did really well. Like, you're not supposed to run from them, because that starts their chasing you instinct, right? It's their instinct to chase you if you run. he was he walking backwards, or did he have a GoPro on? Because
He was
I was
probably
like
walking backwards.
praying to God that he wasn't going to trip over any rocks and then just get mauled.
Yeah,
And
that
then
thing had some
a
huge
lot of people
paws.
are commenting saying, why didn't he throw a rock sooner? It's like, bro, you have no idea how you would react in that kind of situation. Like,
Right.
you're just
With
probably trying not to get
his adrenaline was
killed.
up.
Oh, for sure. He was like shaking. He showed his hand afterwards. He was like, you know.
Yeah,
I would freak
that's
the
one
fuck
thing that
out.
drives me crazy about the internet is people always say what I would have done, what you should have done. Like you were not in that situation.
No clue.
You have no clue what that's like or how that feels to have an actual animal that could slice your jugular with one slash.
Yeah.
Like you're looking death in the eyes when
Yeah.
you're looking at that cougar.
Yeah.
So when you're going through a situation like that, you don't know how you're going to react. So all these little keyboard warriors talking about what they would have done, you need to shut up. Just shut up all the way up.
Yeah. They
Like
do that
Fat
for
Joe.
fighting too.
Huh?
They do that for like everything, like fighting.
Yeah, and
I would have done this. Like,
most of you don't even know how to
idea.
fight. Most of these people don't even know how to fight.
Nah.
They've never took a boxing class a day in their life, a Muay Thai class,
how to
karate class.
Like nothing.
Well, hopefully you don't take karate classes because that doesn't teach you how to fight. So if you think karate is going to save you, it's not. If you fight against a boxer or one of these.
And it doesn't matter how many of these fighting classes you take, because once you get into a street fight, it's a whole other thing. It's like, you're not like, okay, combos. Like, you're not thinking like that when you're in a street fight.
Well, actually, if you have some kind of training from an actual combat sport, the person in a street fight who doesn't have training is about to get fucked up.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is, because most people don't know how to fight. What do you
Most
mean?
people
No, it's
don't
not.
know how to fight.
So do you think? All right. So if you think there's
I'm not
trained
saying
boxer,
like a trained boxer can't whip my ass. Absolutely,
if somebody,
can. Absolutely, they can.
I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. Let's not even say a professional trained boxer.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll know how to react in an actual life situation that's not controlled environment.
If they've been sparring, yes,
maybe, but it's a little different.
And to their advantage, it's a little different, because if they've already had that adrenaline and in a controlled environment, that adrenaline of somebody coming at them trying to take their head off, now you know how to deal with a situation that is high pressure, high adrenaline. I feel like it's different. When you're like in a real life fight and you see and you know that you got that confidence in you and you've been in that kind of pressure situation, and then you got somebody coming at you, you already have that confidence to where you've already dealt with a situation where somebody's trying to take your head off. So you're going to be way more.
It's still a controlled environment, though. Like, that's the part. Like, I'm not saying that they don't have the advantage,
sometimes
but
when you're sparring people at a boxing gym, sometimes they're trying to take your head off and they'll knock you out. They're not being nice a lot of times. They're not being nice.
Maybe just the boxing gyms that I've been to aren't like.
You've been to some pussy ass boxing gyms. For real.
Maybe. I don't know.
The boxing gyms I've been to, they've broke my nose.
Oh yeah, that's never happened to me. So.
Yeah. They're
not in a real fight and not in a boxing gym. So
yeah, you've been to some pussy ass gyms, no doubt. I mean, I'm not holding it against you. I don't expect you.
They can't fuck up the money maker. Come on.
That is your money maker, though. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, another reason why I would replace you is if your money maker got fucked up, then you're out of here.
Then I just have to like start standing up on my chair and just use my backside, my other good side.
Oh my gosh, we can't bring that up every single podcast. Damn, man, you're gonna make our listeners way too curious. All right,
well, they can go follow us, sister.
Yeah. Do some liking, some double tapping,
some saving, some commenting, all the things.
Yeah. Speaking of that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Did I already say that? I already said that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just say it again.
Say it again.
Say
Yeah,
it
I'm just
again.
gonna keep on drilling it in you
Just
guys
subscribe.
until you fucking do it. Just
Just
do it.
subscribe.
Just
Subscribe ain't
subscribe.
nothing to it but to do it. You
That's
guys
very true.
you're not brand new. You guys are either millennials or young people who've had this shit in your life your whole life. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Hey, shout
Follow
out
the
to
IG.
yeah, follow all that. Follow all that. And shout out to the Lakers, by the way, for winning the NBA championships. I know you probably don't know this because my co-host doesn't really watch sports, but to all my people who do watch sports, shout out to the Lakers. I know there's probably a lot of you who are Laker fans. I'm a Warrior fan, but you know what? I'm also a fan of LeBron, and I think that he's the greatest of our time. And I think it was dope that they won the championship, especially for Kobe, with Kobe,
Yeah, it was really important to the Lakers to get this one.
yeah, it was very important for the Lakers. So
You
I
see
was,
those memes of LeBron James like texting and it says, "Hey, yo, Bronny, get that 8 ball or something." Like, I'm on my way. Because you know how LeBron James's son is like wild on the internet, right? Like,
well,
he's
yeah,
always,
he put a video up smoking some weed.
yeah,
When it
yeah,
was in
that's
the playoffs.
embarrassing as hell.
And LeBron never said anything about it on social media. So in all the comments on LeBron's page and on Bronny, his son, turned off the comments on his page. What I've noticed, and LeBron's comments, nothing but comments just taunting that situation. They're like, you have 1 week, Bron. and then after he won the championship, everybody's putting this is kind of messed up, but everybody's putting like RIP Bron because they know LeBron's on his way home.
Shit.
It's funny, man. But teenagers are gonna be teenagers. They're gonna smoke.
It don't matter how famous you are, your parents are, you're gonna fuck up. And unfortunately, if you're famous, you fuck up in the public eye,
And he probably did it to piss his dad off. His dad probably told him he can't get a Lamborghini or some shit like that. And he's like, "All right, Dad, I got you."
Is he spoiled like that?
I mean, LeBron
Not
just bought
every
his
celebrity does that.
Listen, LeBron just bought his 11-year-old daughter, or however old she is. She's young, like real young. Bought her a house, her own house.
Well, I
And it's
mean,
all
that's
over the
not.
internet today. What do you mean? An
I mean,
11-year-old
maybe
doesn't
to
need
have
no
a
full-on house.
she can have a piece of property in her name. Like, that's not
No,
a
that's
terrible thing.
that's fresh, but it's in their backyard. He built her
Oh.
a whole ass house for her birthday. That's
Like a playhouse
no, like a house bigger than my house that I live in.
to play in?
It's her bedroom. That whole house is her
Shut
bedroom.
the fuck up.
They put it on the internet
Some of you
today.
celebrities are out of control. This is too much. Where do we draw the line?
You can't hate on LeBron for doing that. I'm just saying. My point being was that he'd probably spoil Bronny just as much as he spoils
do you teach
his
your
daughter.
kids though when you do that?
I mean, hey, LeBron is. I think it's like a billionaire or some shit like that. Always, if he's not a
Don't
billionaire, he's
matter.
gonna be. I'm
Don't
just saying,
matter.
like, I mean, hey, if
Don't matter.
most parents would probably do the same for their kid. If money
Fuck
wasn't
no.
even a thing, they probably, oh, you want a little house in the backyard? I got you.
Hell no.
Here's your little house, and you're gonna stay in there forever. Okay, you can never bring no boys over. I got security cameras. I got pit bulls. I got
Make them sign a contract when they're 10.
Make it sign a contract. All right, go ahead and sign right here, baby. Practice your signature. And then when she's 18, no. You remember you signed this? Like, what are you talking about? You read the fine line. No boys allowed until 25.
She's like, fuck.
That's the rules.
Yeah. No.
Hey, I was gonna
It's out
tell
of
you
control.
for this episode, I was gonna do something special for you actually, but it didn't work out. I wish it did. I had my auto-tune, my little auto-tune hardware. I connect the mic to it, right? And as I'm talking,
And then you sound like T-Pain.
I could do the T-Pain thing as I talk. Like most people who do auto-tune, if any of you do music out there, if you know anything about music, you know that we do it on the software, right? We do it on Logic, or we do it on Pro Tools or whatever, or we got the actual Antares auto-tune software. But this is a hardware that you can use if you do like a live show or something like that, if you have some auto tune in your track, right? And that's what I got right here. And I was gonna, try to just click it, throughout the show, so that
Randomly.
just randomly give you some auto tune, and then make you be like, what the fuck is happening right now? But it sounded trash when I was trying to use it. I was like, what's going on? Like, it must be broken or something like that. So
Damn.
yeah, I'm sorry to let you down, but I couldn't T-Pain serenade the podcast today.
I couldn't T-Pain serenade the people either. It's the only way. It's the only way you'll ever hear me sing is probably with some auto tune.
We gotta go do some karaoke sometime. Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, let's go do some karaoke sometime.
We should record it and post it for the people.
Hey, you want to know what I want to know, and I wonder if anybody else is thinking the same thing. You, Stella Bella, are my co-host because you are somebody who has quite the opinion, and you go on social media pretty much daily, maybe every other day, and voice your opinion on whatever social matter that's happening. But I don't always get that same Stella on the podcast.
What?
I don't always get the opinionated Stella. Like, I want to hear you say it with your chest.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Tell me what you're thinking when it comes to certain matters.
I think I just like forget and just get caught up in the conversation, and I'm not like pissed off at anything. Like, you know what I mean?
What was the latest thing that you got pissed off about on Instagram?
Let me think. The whole thing with voter lines and voter suppression, like,
what are you talking about with that? Because
okay, so people are against mail-in ballots, like Republicans or like trumpets, like all his little fucking crazy blind followers. They're all like, ooh, like, because this guy goes on Twitter and says like mail-in ballots are gonna lead to more voter fraud and blah 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 blah, because he's trying to set it up so that if he loses, he has something to blame, right? Because he's a fucking child and everybody knows this. But mail-in ballots is a system that is used in a few different states and has been in use for years. Oregon was one of them. I lived there. I voted by mail when I lived there. It was convenient. There's very low cases of voter fraud, because you have to, if you don't have the exact signature that the state has on file for you, then your ballot won't be counted. So you have to remember how you signed to register to vote.
Right.
Sometimes people change their signatures and that doesn't work for that. So, but the whole point with that is it makes it feasible for people to vote. Not everybody can take off work and go get in line and vote. There aren't a lot of polls in rural areas. So for people who live in the boondocks, mail-in voting is, the only way they can get their vote in, right? They don't have to drive hours to get to one polling station in an entire county, to stand in line all day. A lot of people can't afford to miss work and do that. Some people have physical reasons that they can't do that, whatever. And like in places that you saw, like what was that, Virginia or Georgia or something, where people were in line for 12 hours to vote, that's literally voter suppression. Like, this country has a history of fucking with people, specifically poor people and people of color, and Black people even more specifically, to not allow them to vote. They put a poll tax, so you had to pay to vote, or you need valid ID, but a lot of people couldn't get ID because they, whatever the circumstances are with all the shit you need to get an ID, birth certificate, these kinds of records that a lot of people, didn't have access to, money to get, whatever, right? If you make it hard for people to vote, that's literally suppressing voting.
Yeah.
And that's what these people don't like comprehend somehow. They're like, oh, I like going and getting in line to vote. I've seen some dumb fucks on Facebook write that shit, and I like getting my sticker.
Yeah.
What? You guys don't even like standing in line at the grocery store.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, you like standing in line? Like,
So you're saying that people should do the
Doesn't
mail-in
matter.
ballots?
I'm saying every state should make that an option. You could go stand in line if you fucking want to.
So not every state is
and
making that an
can't.
option.
Well, they're trying to because of COVID. Because what do you want to go gather a bunch of people together some more? Like having them touch machines and shit. Like it's stupid.
Okay, and people are complaining about the mail-in ballot because they think Trump is going to use that.
No, they're complaining about the mail-in ballot because Trump went on and tweeted about how mail-in ballots are bad and will be open to voter fraud. And like it makes it like they're still like you can cheat by having mail-in ballots, and you fucking can't. They're like, well, people who've been deceased are still receiving ballots. Yeah, but if you don't know that dead person's signature, it's not going to count. Like you can't use the ballot. Like there's no way to use the ballot. It's so stupid that like they really have people convinced of this shit. And it's a little hypocritical that he says that because he votes via mail-in ballots. So like they work for him, but the American people can't use it. Like, come on, people. Use your fucking brains. It's crazy.
All in all, though, it is very important that everybody gets out and votes this year. However you got to vote. I'm definitely going to vote. I know Stella's going to vote.
Absolutely.
A lot of celebrities been getting naked on social media to get people to vote.
Yep. I won't. You guys cannot expect that from me.
Come on, give him some cheek action. Give him some cheek action. Come on, for the thumbnail, for the thumbnail of the YouTube. Give him some cheek action. What's going on?
Get out and vote.
Yeah.
I'll just go. I'll have my daughter write on my ass VOT, and I'll use like my thong as the T and then an E.
There you go. And
creative, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, Stella. Make it happen for the people.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
I think it'd be.
What do you guys think?
And we'll title this episode Vote. Episode 18. Vote
for my ass for president.
I'll pencil that in. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to episode 18. This is the Deciphering Chronicles. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, become members on our Anchor podcast profile. You can
Stella get to Vegas.
You can help her get to Vegas. You can pay 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99, and that helps out the podcast, future episodes greatly. And Stella, you got anything?
I love you all. Thank you for listening.
We actually really do appreciate it, and we will see you
especially
all.
You consistent ones, man. You guys are real as hell, and I love you.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. Consistency. That's how you get anywhere in life.
The key.
We out.
Deciphering Chronicles.